Hey guys, Brenny here, and welcome to a hardcore episode. We are at our factory, and we will not be doing any redstone in this episode, that I know of. We are actually going to be doing the scaffolding, outer layout, I don't even know what to call it, for our factory. So, want to do you guys the pleasure of updating you guys, I don't know why it's a pleasure, on how I've slowly been working on laying out all the potions with all the signs so that they work, and I haven't coded any of them in or really added any more potions here. I did go and farm like 3 ghast tears, but gee whiz, that's a bit of a bitch. That's the best way I have to put it, you know, like, I like how I gee whiz to, you know, not swear, and then like put that's bitch to swear. Cancelled each other out. Anyway, yeah, that really sucked. I definitely would like to look into some kind of ghast spawner because it really sucked. Anyway, so I've been doing some measurements of our factory, and we are 65 in length and 39 in width, I believe. So our height, I feel, should be about 45. As you know, we previously did do the height, and I think I did it about half of the length. But as the length has gotten bigger now, I think the height should be bigger. And I'm thinking maybe 50. Like, I wrote down 45, but I really feel like 50 would be a good number. I do want it to still be a bit tall, because ideally I'd like to have, like, scaffolding along the roof. So, we will give 50 a shot. What I'll actually do as well is I will do a whole area of here to 50. So, we will go like this, and then we'll do this, and should probably do some, yeah, here's what I'll do. I will go and get some water, and we will dig this area, or should we, I know it's like, I could fall 50 blocks without getting hurt, but, you know, just trying to make it a bit nicer on myself. So what we'll do is this, and then we'll fill this in with water. And then, oh, by the way, got 9 stacks of cobble smelting because I figured we would need, that was weird, we would need a fair bit more of the stone because our whole build is stone, really. I definitely want to get some wood incorporated, just lightly though, so it looks like scaffolding or railing, because I don't think I would over, like, it's either stairs, no, not stairs, cobblestone walls or oak like fence, and I think I'd prefer the oak fence. Now there is the different type of fences now, so I may be able to get away with something different, but I don't quite know. So what we will do here, guys, is go into the middle, and we will pillar all the way up to the top here, and then that will be our maximum height, and then we will just do the rest to that height, and we'll see how that looks. It is looking decent. I definitely think the best way to test this, though, would be, ooh, you know what we should do? Like, ooh, this might be getting a bit higher than I'd like, actually. We're pretty freaking high. Alright, I'm feeling 50 might be, you know, disproportional. So, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Maybe that would be good. Still looks a bit taller than I'd like, to be honest, which is a bit upsetting because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 30 there, isn't it? Wow, we only had like 20 previously. Yeah, see, 30 is actually a number I'd be quite happy with. Maybe, how high is this? I definitely don't want this to be like, I want this to be about halfway this, so let's count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we go down from here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that wouldn't be more than halfway. So we might be alright with a solid 30. I'm pretty sure that was 30. Now what I'll do to make sure it was is go and do one beside it that's 30. And then I'll do these 3 here, like so, and then I'll do these 2, and we'll see how that looks. We'll dig out window gaps as well, and add different, like, texture areas in. I'm very excited to begin working on this. Okay, guys, so I realized that that was just a bit too tall. It's actually starting to look like a tower, less of, like, a factory. So, I lowered it down a tad by using a window method, so Oh, it looks like the Windows thing. I should make it look like that because Microsoft owns Thing now. Microsoft owns Windows, yeah? Yeah, Microsoft Windows, yeah. Anyway, so I figured from the inside, the windows at this height actually looks nice. It's meant to let in light and make the factory seem like less of a dungeon. And then the ones up there would be for the walkway I actually oh, God. The walkway I actually plan on putting across the top. Now, fun fact for you guys, I was actually really wanting to work on our, I think it's called a pork cutlass. It's like the entrance to our kingdom area this episode. But I downloaded my hardcore world and then put it into a creative world so I could mess around with it because I am so cut for ideas for that. And I figured I'd mention it so you guys could maybe chuck some ideas my way because that's always greatly appreciated. Alright, so I think that's a good height where we can still kind of see the arc. And now I would probably do the same with these ones. Then I'm actually going to have one of them stick out, and I think it would be, or should be, this one maybe? No, see, we don't want it at the end. I may actually do it with this one. So this one would actually come out by, in the picture that I'm using as a guide for about how I want this stuff to look, it looks like it would probably come out about 2 blocks. But I don't want it to stick out too much. And I want it to look good. I should probably do it on the other side. I feel like that would get more out of it. I could also do 2 of them, but this actually could, for example, have a staircase up it that goes all the way to the top. There's a few things we could do with this. Another thing that would be cool to do with it is actually have it on the front side where, you know, that stuff is all at. Then again, you know, having a staircase up in a sense of a factory actually works out better here because behind here, we're going to have, like, the offices and stuff, and you'd go up there and you'd watch your workers, and that's, I don't know if I should do a platform for watching the workers and maybe, like, I feel like that's what this is up here, you know, a platform to keep an eye out on all your employees. But, if any of you have played Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, you'll remember there was a map called Quarry. Oh, wow. It's a really tall tree area. But yeah, that map had like a walkie area at the top, and I like that. And I think it would go really good with our factory, and that's what I have envisioned. I've also envisioned ways to get up there, so that's also good. And yeah, what I'm going to do now is chop down the top of these, build this one, do the windows on these 2, probably bring this one out. Let's have a look-see. I don't die from falling from here, so let's go and fill in this ton of water I made as well. And then we can assess this area. Where's dirt? There we go. I wanted like more than 17. Okay, so what we'll do is fill it in from here. That's purely so we can have a studying look of it to see how we like it with the 2 blocks out or the 1 block out, you know? So I don't really have a clue right now. So if we have it 2 blocks out, like so, we will do this, make it look a bit fancier. There we go. Wonderful. This episode's not gonna look like we do much, but like build-wise, I really think it will be a fair bit. Alright, that's pretty good. I do like that, and I think the extra size will give us the space on the inside to do a staircase up in a cool way. Because this one on our little reference picture actually has like a lot of windows, so we would do windows like this every, we could, it also appears that the windows are smaller, but I feel like that's a good size what we have here. I was debating making the windows up there a bit smaller too, maybe just 2 by 2 instead of 2 by 3. And I think that may actually affect the build in a good way. Or I could do this fully as windows, but I feel like that will ruin the look of the build. I also have plans to put like maybe stairs there just so that it blends the panes a bit because I do plan on having panes in there. Let's go and do that and make 40 of them. Yeah, because we want the build to blend but also look like it has textures on the outside. And I do find that very hard to do in a larger build like this. As some of you remember in my old hardcore, I had a nether farm. No, a nether area, and it was like a big tunneled out area, and I actually took a long time to get the correct textures and looks I wanted for that. So what I think I'll do is I'll shorten that by 1, and then this over here I will actually have go up by, let's go and take these out, and we will use the oak to climb up, even though it's a horrible block to climb up with. we will do something like this. Have it 2 by 2. We'll do another round of these just to see how we like them. Now, it does look like in the reference picture there is about a 2 by 2 gap in between them as well. So we'll do that. And we'll see how this is beginning to look as a base just now. Let's do that. And there we go. Pop down here, chop this down before it gets nighttime. See, I like that. Another thing that does change the build is, firstly, I'm going to have to knock all that down, which is going to be so annoying. But the positioning of the stairs on the inside, I really want this to be open to design. Like, right now, I'm using a symmetrical layout. Like, these are 7 high, so I put a 7 block gap in between them, counting this line at the bottom. And then I did the same design. And using that sizing should give us a good base ground, but I do expect to change it in the future to the inside of our build, because I want the inside and the outside to look good, but preferably the inside, because the outside, I just don't feel like with Minecraft you can make as good as we want it to look. Anyway, I'm gonna get doing that because I've just been talking your ear off, guys. Okay, guys, so we have gone and taken the second middle area, I don't know what area, like what I'd like to call these, out. Now what I want to do is break down these top parts, but that's just so annoying to do. The half slabs are like, yeah, you see, our breaking speeds don't really affect them too much, so that's annoying. Does it affect them at all? Like cobblestone, for example, it breaks slowly still, but is it faster than normal still, technically? I don't know how to tell. Alright, so what we want to do is pop this one down all the way to here. Then we'll bring the other one down just by 1. Now, I want to show you guys some inspiration I have. It's gonna make the inside look uglier, and I'd love to get your thoughts on it. This is what I've been doing, by the way, jumping into this water so I don't take any fall damage. Grab all of our lootations on the inner side, and then we'll go to the outer side, which I should probably just do something like this to get out. Yeah, that seems smart. Alright, so I've gone and made the big block one, which is over here. Now, this is the one that's going to have the staircase up in it. So, technically, we'd like to, and in this picture, it looks really nice and square, and I think that's a good way for us to go. So, we'll see it is 7 by 7. So, if we take this in by 7, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It goes to here, and it actually pushes up to one of our machines. Now, I was thinking, if I bring some of these in, because, like, in our little pre-design as well, these windows are a bit higher, and the floor comes in a bit. Something like this, for example. So, let's say the floor goes up 1, and then up another 1. And then it evens out there. And it just gives it a bit more detail. And I kind of like that. Now, the only issue is that's protruding on the inside of our build. So, what I was thinking I could do is do the inside with, like, bring this in the whole way. And then actually have, like, a platform that we walk across about here, maybe, that goes to here and has, like, a barrier. And we can walk around the outside. And I thought that would be pretty cool. The only issue is it means, like, the workers would get cut off there, so they'd only have the one way to walk on the inside, but that's not actually too bad, so I think I'm gonna do that, although it may raise the height of the build, and I don't know, oops, by how much, so I think I'm gonna fiddle around with that idea, and then I will come back with a feasible result. Obviously, if I don't like the look of it at all, I won't do it. I would like the area to tower over here a bit. Actually, it doesn't even really have to tower. We could do something like this. Like that. And then... Wait. I'm doing that the wrong way. Silly me. Oh no, the server's gonna restart. You guys don't see that message very often, do you? So, let's say it's 3 high. And then we go like that. Bring them there and there. Jump out of here. And that's all it really could be. And then we just obviously put some dirt here. And just something like that will add a little bit extra to our build. I'd probably end up putting stairs there. Oh, if stairs are gonna be there, I'd actually like them to be back by 1. So let's go and do that and see how that looks. Let's put that there. Wonderful. So if stairs were there, that's how it would look. Would break that, and then would put a solid... Wow, I can't believe I can click through these gaps so easily. Oh, there's a torch there. Oh, and I even can break the torch. Awesome. Alright, let's grab that and put that there. See, now it's not too deep, but we would like a bit of a space between the windows. So the space between the windows would be there, actually, I'd say. You know, have a 2-block gap. And doing that, you know, just, I feel like adds a little bit to it. I could actually do it like this as well. Have it a bit steeper of a drop. And then maybe just have a block here instead of stairs. I don't mind that. The only thing is I don't really see a purpose to it either. If we could magically go back in time and lift this all up by 1, I think it would be amazing to be able to go under our build through these canals. I assume that's what they would be. But then again, under our build would have this, so they wouldn't have really much of a point. So I may do it, I may not do it. I'll think about it. Okay guys, so I'm sure you guys are excited to check out the build, but last thing I want to place before I have like this one wall side done to the point where I want to show you guys is a little bit of fencing, and I totally forgot about iron bars. So I went and got iron from our iron golem farm, which we probably shouldn't make that much of it. There we go. Actually, I will probably end up using, oh my god. It seems like it's so much to use. Oh, this is horrible. But I've basically just done the faceplate of one side, which is good because it allows us to see what's going on. I really want to take this slowly, but not super slow, you know? Like, I want to get it done, but I don't want to rush it to the point where I'm like, oh, great, got to build a whole nother huge wall, or change one wall by 1 block everywhere. Alright, so let's pop out. I will actually do this. Got to be careful with water around in here because I don't want to ruin my redstone, but there we go, guys. Oh, you can't see it as good as I'd hoped, but you can see it. So maybe what I could do is put stairs at the top to kind of make it like funnel in. That would actually, yeah, that would work good. You'd be able to see it a bit better because I do want it from ground view to look really good, but you'll see I added it at the top there so we could get angles like this and see how it looks. But I do really like, look, it's got 2 different textures in it and maybe some stairs occasionally. And it actually looks decent to me, in my opinion. Now, I think if we add 1 more texture in, as well as some, you know, random, maybe I could put some holes or something just to make it look like it's broken. Or is even like a venting looking thing. Like, if I did this every now and then, you know, and there'd be a gap at the top or something like that. I think that would be pretty cool. I was gonna say, can I not fill that in? Now, as for this side, which is our main next project, I have been debating doing this. So, having every second block a block like this, and then filling this in like this, and we'll actually see how that looks now. Like a kind of like a zipper, I suppose you could explain it. There we go, and we'll do that one, that one, that one. And the only issue is I'm worried about is if, will it line up correctly, because I've really been shaping this around itself, and if I change the height of this, there's, oh god, what am I thinking by doing it from top to bottom? Alright, there we go, gotta do that one, and yeah, see, it hits the top, so that's not good. That's not what we want. Now, I could have a double up in the middle or skip one in the middle. I think skipping one would probably be better because... But yeah, I don't mind that. And then it just means we're using less slabs. And then obviously these buildings here that are going to be placed here, you know, will have their own thing going on. But I definitely think a doubling up in the middle... Oh, actually... Ooh. I don't know if this will work, but... I think I could rework this to something like this and then have each one of these ones skipped and then see how it lines up with the top. I just don't feel like it's going to line up how I want it to. But then, what we're going to do with the building that actually goes here, one goes about half the height of the build, so we will do that one. And then there's, it's not very wide, so that one would probably start off down here. Actually, it's a bit more wide, but not long, I feel, is correct terminology. And then we could have another building come off of them. We can have lots of little buildings here, basically, connecting to our main factory. And this will obviously be our entrance buildings. Now, I should probably have the entrance on this side, shouldn't I? Because in the future, when I do make more factories, this is kind of where the pathways through those factories will go. Wow, I'm really starting to like this. And I really hope you guys are starting to like it. Alright, so I'm going to play around with that zipper idea. I was actually debating showing you guys my new floor plan for my port cutlass, I think it's called, or the tower before the entrance of my... Because, alright, so there's wall, and then let's go, let's get some wood. And then tower, and then between those towers is a little bridgey looking area, and then more wall, and then tower and tower. Now, I want to actually make these end towers different to the middle towers, slightly smaller but similar, and then these two a bit bulkier, so that when we use them, they don't look as copy-paste, you know, the walls will, and I think that's actually a nice quality of the build that I like. But the towers, I actually think it's definitely worth the effort to make look different, because in the future, we will be using them again. So what I'll do, guys, is work on my ziggy-zag here, and then or my zip. I don't know what you'd call that, but I have seen it done before, and I do like it. I think it will definitely break the build up in a good way. And then I'll mark out the housing here, which you can see I've already done a basis of, so that's actually quite helpful. Today I learnt that you can get this little scale thing back that we haven't had in a while. Actually, it's probably been in the game for a while. I just never learnt that if you press Alt and F3 that it pops it back. Obviously, if you just press F3, it doesn't come up. But yeah, just saw that in a video. Figured I'd show you guys. We're placing the secondary entrance because this little area over here will be the first entrance. That's where the door will be. That's where the people will enter the building. Then they will probably go into this one and then enter through the middle, because then it allows me to be a bit more creative with it. And then this one here is going to have a big chimney-like thing on top. And also on top of our one that we just created over here. That one's actually, will have laid out over here. It's going to have a little ladder up the wall, and there'll be a little hut thing here, and that's how we will get onto the roof, I suppose, or maybe onto the viewing area that's right above all the workstations. But, little fun fact for you guys, right at the start of the building of the factory, I said that it would be about 24 blocks tall. We ended up on that, with a number that we're happy with, so that's odd, you know, I didn't really expect that. Should I make this, let me look at my reference picture. No, it should go up to the wall. Alright, so, none of our builds have a roofing yet, which, you know, I don't really mind because I don't think it's needed. But let's go and have a power nap. Oh, by the way, only level 21. I have smelted an unbelievable amount of, like, stone today. Look at it. I've done a lot. But what we'll do is go have a power nap. Then we'll pop over there. And I will show you guys what we have so far. And then I will leave you guys to comment and leave all the love and support like you always do. Don't forget to do that. If you're new, feel free to subscribe. And yeah, would really like to see comments regarding this build, because I'm very weird with it, you know. Definitely think some extra textures need to go there. I did plan windows, by the way, but they will we'll probably start them on the other side. Actually, let's go mark the windows. We'll venture right over there since we have our fancy boots that walk us quicker in water. Now, if I do want to bring this out more, I think I'll attach that land to that land, and, you know, nothing complex right there. Just something little and basic. So, my idea was a 2x2 window there and there. I think the spacing is nice. I think the size is nice. And, alright, the moment of truth. We get to look at our build and assess what we think about it, which is cool. There we go. I like it a lot. The sizing is perfect in my opinion. Definitely think we could do with more windows down here. Obviously they will be added, as well as this isn't anywhere near done. But this base layout here, extremely happy with, and I hope that you guys are too. Thanks for watching. I love you guys. Bye.